Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create a membership area in 22 apps. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about how to use a very unique feature in 22 apps that I really love. And that feature is called always open to last screen visited. And you can find this under General in the 22 apps builder section. So if you come over to all screens, or like the main area of your app, and you come over to General, you can find this option called always open to last screen visited. And it's really important that you make sure that that is on. All right, you want to make sure that that is turned on if you are creating a membership throughout the using the method that I'm about to show you. And the method that I'm going to be showing you here today can be used in a variety of different circumstances. So I might even title this video like how to create a membership and so much more using the last screen visited feature, because what the last screen visited feature allows you to really do is actually push people through a series of events or funnels or into an area of the app that they can't necessarily get back to. And I'm going to actually draw something here for you, which is going to be really important for you to understand, is about this last screen visited feature. So last screen visited basically allows you to do a couple different things. The first thing, well, the main thing that we're going to be talking about today is the membership area. The second thing it might allow you to do is create like a tutorial of your app where tutorial. And I'll kind of just briefly describe this in a second, though the third thing you can create is funnels within your app. What this essentially means is, at least with these two, let's use a tutorial for example. We can create the first several screens of our app to be like, oh, this is what the app is about. This is how to use it. Like, welcome. Here's how to do things within the app, and kind of give them a bit of an introduction so that it's super clear on how to use the app and how to make it work for them as they come back and use it every single day, or at least a couple times a week. So that's the really beautiful thing about it is you can push people from the next screen to the next screen to the next screen, and maybe eventually they get to the home screen. But they can never go back to these original screens. They're always forced to go to the screen that they were on last. So whatever screen that they opened up last within your app is what's going to show up for them as they use your app. So you can push them through a tutorial. You could also push them through a series of marketing events. So let's say, for example, that they watched some sort of video, like there's a video on some kind of page, and you had a button pop up at a particular time. Like in 22 apps, you went ahead and just to go to any page, you set it so like these buttons triggered to pop up after a certain time in the video. So let's say you had the buttons pop up at that time. Well, now you could push people through a campaign. After clicking on the button, they go through a series of screens that they can't get back out of. Like they can't return to this part of the app. It pushes them through a series of screens that then forces them to go through some kind of educational process, sales process, whatever it is you want to do inside your app. And maybe it gets them to watch us. Maybe as an example of this, you can create some kind of challenge. I know a lot of people were talking about creating challenge. Is that how you spell it? Hopefully. Where you force them to each day, go from video to video to video and do some kind of specific actions within the app. And that way it forces them to go through this series in the way you want it, and you can really create the exact funnel you're looking for within your app. I start off with this explanation because the membership area idea takes it to a whole other level, but I wanted to start off by talking about how using this feature of remember last screen, you can make sure that they never have to go back through a series of previous screens, and you can always keep them moving forward in the direction of choosing to buy from you. All right, so that's the really important thing here. All right, and how a membership area works is really we just have two requirements. Number one is we need a login. And number two is we need to make sure that they stay logged in. We don't want to have them logging in every single time that they come back to the app. So stay logged in. And in the future, 22 Apps is going to have, we're expecting ideally by the end of this year, though we are working on it, is creating a formal login area within the app that users can actually enter their info and log in directly. And as that's still coming over the next several months, we have a workaround solution for people who want to have a membership in their app now, and people have been loving it. We have a couple clients who've been trying it out, and it's been working fantastically for them. And that is by using a passcode system, where in the app, people will come in and they will type in a passcode that's 4 digits, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this passcode will end up looking something like this, where it might be like 1582. And that's the passcode that people need to enter to get access to a specific course. Now, the beautiful thing here is that you can give access with specific passcodes to specific levels of courses. So maybe 1582 gives them access to a silver bundle of courses, whereas like 5263 gives them access to this gold stuff, and like you can have different passcodes for different courses or levels of membership or whatever it is you want to have. And then when they enter that passcode, just like with the challenge or just like with this tutorial example here, you can force them to stay inside the app as a member unless they, for some reason, choose to log out. So you can get them to continue being and having access to that member's content as long as they stay logged in, per se. So what I really suggest doing here is having it where basically, or like how it works, and I'm going to show you, actually I'll show you right now. That's me recording. How it works is we're going to have this template that you can download and get access to. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, but this is generally how it works. Is there'll be a passcode that they can enter, and it'll say enter digit 1, and then it'll say enter digit 2, and then enter digit 3, and then enter digit 4, and then if they enter all of the digits, it takes them over to the members only page where they can get access to all of their content. And so the idea behind this is that, or how it works, to kind of draw it out for you beforehand, is when they come in to enter the first digit, right? So D1, there's going to be 9 different numbers that they can select, all right? And then the same thing with digit 2, there's going to be 9 numbers that they can select. Let's see if I can copy and paste this easily. Maybe not, but we'll see. Oh, maybe. Copy. Copy? No. I wish it worked. Oh, maybe. Paste. All right, look at this. We did it. All right, so this is D2. And then here we're going to have D3, where we're going to paste that in there, and we're going to paste that in there, and that's D4. So D3 and D4. So on each of these, there's going to be a correct sequence of digits that we want to use within our app. So let's say this is the first correct digit, and this is the second correct, and this is the third, and this is the fourth. And then once they've entered all those digits correctly, it's going to take them again over to the members page. Okay? Now, this is relevant or important because in the members area or the members page, or as we kind of transition them over there, if they click any wrong button, it's going to take them over to a series of pages that we're going to call the wrong code pages, where we want to create a series of pages that essentially are only there to act as, hey, you entered the wrong code. So if they enter any of the wrong numbers on number 1 or any of the other ones, but let's say it's just we'll start with number 1, it's going to go to wrong code page, and we'll call it 2 because it lines up with the number 2. So it's going to be a screen that's exactly the same as number 2, except all of the codes are wrong, meaning that no matter what they click on in code screen number 2, all of it is going to be wrong. And I'll kind of share why in a second with that, but the same with wrong code 3 and the same with wrong code 4, and then it takes you to a wrong code page, wrong code. And the reason we don't just straight up tell them, hey, you entered the wrong code, is because we don't want them to know that they have entered a wrong code until they've entered a sequence of wrong codes, because then they could super easily crack the code on what gives them access to the membership page. So we'd have a series of different pages where every button they click is the wrong code. So let's say at the top of this it says, hey, enter digit 1, enter digit 1 here, enter digit 2 here, enter digit 3 here, enter digit 4 here. These are going to be clones of those pages. So it'll say enter digit 2 here, enter digit 3 here, and enter digit 4 here, where when they enter the wrong number on digit 1, it goes here, wrong number here goes here, wrong number 3, it goes here, and wrong number 4, it goes to it tells them, hey, you entered the wrong code. And this is super, super important, is setting it up in this way where there's no way they could figure out or guess what the code is. It forces them to go through and makes sure that they are entering the code accurately. So to show you what this looks like in the 22 Apps Builder, basically, and you can just download our template for this. We'll make it nice and easy for you. Basically, how it works is when they come into the passcode settings, here we can see where they're going to enter code 1. And in code 1, all of these buttons go to wrong code 1, wrong code 1, wrong code 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All of these buttons go to the wrong code 1 area except for number 2. And that's because passcode 2 is the next screen that is right. So we want them to enter 4 right digits in a row. So all of the other buttons will actually go to a page called wrong code 1. And you can see here it says enter your passcode 2 of 4. So it doesn't look like anything's wrong, but if we take a look under the hood, everything here should say wrong code 2, meaning that it's going to push them through to wrong code 2, then wrong code 3, and then it'll say, hey, try again. Whereas if they go through and select, as an example, in enter your passcode, we can see here that the next digit of the passcode is is 9. So if they click anything else other than 9 and number 2, it'll bring them out over to wrong passcode 2, which is going to ask them to enter the 3rd digit. So however you want to design this is entirely up to you, but this is a method or a system that you can now use to have people who have the right access code get access to your membership content, and then they can stay logged into the membership content because of this feature that we just talked about, which is always open to the last visited screen. So when it's always opening to the last visited screen, it's going to force them to stay logged in that area, which makes it super easy to create something where it's really simple for the user and the user understands it and gets it. And all it really is just a series of 4 login screens, 4 the right digit screens, and then a series of 3 wrong digit screens plus the hey, try again screen. So really 4 screens for hey, this is the right code, and then 4 screens for hey, this is the wrong code, but all of the screens almost look exactly identical. So in terms of setting this up, all you would really do to set this up is simply copy the template we give you. So copy this template we give you and add in your own banner, add in your own footer, do whatever you want to do to change up the colors. You can change the button, you can change the text, you can change whatever you want. But then once that's all changed, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and clone this screen as many times as you would like. But basically, I would generally clone it 8 times. And I would start by setting all of the numbers to, the wrong number. So if I did this in a brand new account, which I'll do right now, I'll jump over into doing that in a fresh account. I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. Hey, so this is a sort of what it'll look like when you first import this into your account. And I'm going to walk you through how to exactly set it up. So the first thing you're going to do is you can change this to your logo here at the top. You can change this however you want. Let's just make it, let's make the section, I don't know, blue. No, let's make the section green. And then we can make the bottom bar green as well. And you can change the icons however you want, but this is just for our reference. So basically just change the styling to match your brand and your fit. You can also change the button colors. That's a lot of work for me right now, so I'm gonna I'm gonna just leave the button colors like the same, basically. Now that's bothering me. We're going to update that button color back to what it was. There we go. And you're going to go ahead and click save. And now that you've updated it however you like, the next thing that we're going to do, or the first thing, is we want to create what we're going to call the wrong passcode screens. Okay? And what I mean by that is we want to go ahead and just clone this 8 different times. So we're going to come here where it says passcode 1, and we're going to, I'm just going to call it passcode 1, and then I'm going to clone this. I want 8 different screens total, so I'll click this 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now the next thing to do for ease of reference is to name them all. So we want to come in here and we want to name this passcode 2, and then passcode 3, and then passcode 4. Okay, and then we want to call this wrong passcode, we'll call it 2 because it's the second page, and then wrong passcode 3, and then wrong passcode 4, and then the final thing is wrong passcode, try again. Okay. So what we're going to want to do now is set all this stuff up by linking these pages. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into passcode 1, and we're going to go ahead and set all of these screens to wrong passcode 2. So you can see here we're going to select go to screen, wrong passcode 2 for all of them except for the digit we want, okay? So let's say we want the code to be, the first digit to be 5, okay? So we're gonna continue to go to screen, wrong passcode 2, but for number 5, since that's the digit we want to make it, we're going to select go to screen and we're going to do passcode 2, okay? So we'll continue down to wrong passcode 2, wrong passcode 2, and then again 2, and then again 2. Okay, so we're going to click save. And actually, I'm going to show you a little speed hack in just a minute that can save you a bunch of time. And that'll be super, super useful. But basically, we're now going to go to number 2. And you'll see that passcode 1 and passcode 2 currently look identical. So we want to change this and say, enter your passcode 204, or give them some sort of indication that they're entering their second code. So for passcode 2, the easiest thing to do will be to go ahead and simply continue on and select wrong passcode 3 for each of these. And let's say for this one, we want our next digit to be 6. All right. So our next digit is 6. So we're going to select passcode 3 instead of wrong passcode 3. So continuing on. And then we're done here. So then you're going to go ahead and click save. And wait for that saving icon to pop up that shows, hey, yes, this is saved. It is taking its time, but there it is. Then we're going to go to passcode 3 next. And we want to indicate that, yes, this is code 3 that we are entering. So then we're going to go ahead, like I said before, and we're going to select wrong passcode 4. And let's say that the fourth screen is, this code is number 3. So we'll choose passcode 4 for number 3. And then we're going to continue on typing in wrong passcode screen 4 for the rest of them. Oops. Go to screen. All right. And we're going to click save. And then for passcode screen 4, we're going to click 4. And then we are going to link this screen, whatever's the final last passcode, let's say it's 1, we're going to link this screen to whatever your membership screen is. All right. So while I actually didn't import a membership screen, I will add that into the template for you. But you can customize your membership screen however you want. But basically, you'd link to your membership screen. And let's say that the video screen is our membership screen. But then for all of the rest of them, once again, we are going to choose the last one, which is try again. So we're going to select try again. Try again for all of these. All right. Awesome. Cool. So now that you've done that, an easy way to kind of continue on is we're simply going to come back out and we are going to continue on with adding everything that we need to for this. So now we're going to go ahead and go to wrong passcode 2, and we're just going to continue making sure that everything now with the wrong passcodes is everything's wrong, because we don't want them to have access if they've entered the wrong code. So here we can just select everything to be wrong. So we can just select wrong passcode 3 for each of these and just continue on adding them. Oops. Number 3. And then when that's done, we can go ahead and click save. And then in wrong passcode 3, we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to choose number 4. And we can add the 3 here. All right. Number 4. We're almost there. Awesome. We're going to click save, and then we're going to go to number 4, and this is the final step of this. And we're going to go select screen, and all of these are going to be try again. So we're going to select try again, and you can just copy what I do, and it'll work for you. So we're going to select try again for all of these, because it's all the wrong screen. And there we go. So now we'll go to the final screen, which is try again. And instead of a passcode section, we're just going to simply add in a button that simply says wrong code. And we'll add a button. And you can customize this button however you want, but it'll simply say try again. Oops. Again here. And we'll make that button font just a bit bigger, and maybe we'll make the width a bit smaller. And make sure you link this button to go to screen, and this will go back to passcode 1 so they can try again. Make sure not to put it to wrong passcode, as that will create an infinite loop they can't get out of. So go to passcode 1, and then they can try that again. So I hope this is helpful. This is how you would create a membership area by creating a passcode system. So basically, to recap, what this is doing is if they click any of the wrong passcodes, it's going to send them and push them through the wrong passcode sequence that they can't get out of. And if they enter the right passcode, which I believe is 5, because it goes to passcode 2, and then 6, because it goes to passcode 3, and then did we do 3? Yeah, and then 3 goes to passcode 4, and then 4 is number 1, which that goes to the membership area, which I will make sure I include a template for that when downloading everything, so you have access to all of it. So simply by entering that passcode, it'll give them access to the membership site, and if they click anything else, it's going to say, hey, you entered the wrong thing, try again. Right? So make sure you're saving the whole way through. Saving is very important. And I'm really looking forward to seeing people's membership site, especially yours. Be sure to share it and what you create in the Facebook group, so I can see it, give feedback, and others can see it and take inspiration and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just really, really thankful and excited to have you here on this 22 apps journey to success. I look forward to seeing you in the group. Take care, my friends.